there, sports fans. This is Playitright TV, and I'm Kinito Henson. Something special coming your way in this episode.
In your screens, as you can see, we have the champion of the All-Filipino Conference of the PVL, six-time champions. Super good vibes. Welcome, Creamline Cool Smashers. We have Coach Sherwin Meneses, Eliza Valdez, Gia Morado de Guzman, Tots Carlos, a three-time MVP, and Kyla Atienza. Welcome and super congratulations. It was so fun. I've always admired your team, pero lalo akong napabilib sa inyo sa pagkapanalo nyo this last conference because you came from behind. It was another Creamline sensational win.
First question natin, just to review and recap yung performance niyo, 7-1 ang record niyo sa preliminary sa All-Filipino. Talo kayo sa F2, 3-2 ang score noon. Pero you swept F2 in the semifinals, so you got back at them, and then it took 3 sets to beat Petrogas for the championship. Overall, ito binilang ko, Coach Sherwin, lahat yung mga sets that you dropped and lahat ng mga sets na pinanalo ninyo. 36 sets won, you dropped only 12 sets the entire tournament. What can you say about that performance?
Siyempre po, masaya kami din sa naging result kasi nakuha namin yung champion. Pero siguro ma-improve pa po sa sa next conference yung team. This practice lang po and continuous lang po. Chemistry naman maganda pa lalo.
According, sabi nyo nga, Tots and Gia and Michelle and the other players, after you won the finals against Petrogas, you lost game 1 and then you had to come back in game 2 from being 1 set down. Kumbaga, you were 2 sets away from losing. You came back strong. Do or die game 3, again down 1 set, pero parang sa inyo, parang parang yung attitude nyo, no way we can lose, no? Yun ba ang yung bang nasa isip nyo, Tots?
Well, of course, ganun po. Siyempre, we've been training for the whole year and we've gained a lot of experience sa mga past games namin and yung team very competitive yan. So, ayaw po talaga namin na siyempre na hindi ibigay yung best namin and matalo po. So, I think for me, personally, na-test po talaga yung character ng team na kahit na nahihirapan po kami, talagang ipupush po namin yung isa't isa para maglaro and pilitin po talaga na manalo.
Gia, natalo kayo ng F2 sa preliminaries. It was down to the wire finish, 3-2. Pero talo kayo. Pero nung semifinals, you met F2 again. Ano yung mindset niyo? Was it out for revenge? Was it forget the past and look for the future? Did you see F2 as a severe challenge sa inyong chase for a third championship under Coach Sherwin?
Well, actually, the whole PVL was a challenge for us. It was a severe challenge for us. So, kahit sino naman po yung makatapat namin sa eliminations, mas lalo na nung semifinals, alam namin na pinaghahandaan naman namin ng mabuti. Pero nung nalaman namin na F2 yung mga kalaban namin ng semis, I don't think naman na revenge po yung mindset namin or anything kasi that just makes the burden heavier for us. It's more of ano yung kaya namin i-improve. Tapos na yung past, but at the same time, meron kaming mga pwedeng matutunan at ma-improve pa going into the semifinals and to improve also yung bid namin for the championship.
Sabi nyo nga na na-test talaga yung character nyo, no? I think it was really a super test because Eliza wasn't there with you. But just like she is now, she's in the back, pero she's there. Right? In the game, you were always there in the side, in the back pag-huddle. Not sort of there, but there. Very much there. So, Eliza, I know that, so many thoughts went through your mind. How difficult was it? And how rewarding was it for you to still have an impact on your team and be able to push them to your win? Because I saw you always in the huddle, like after the coaches would say their piece, you would give an extra like, oh, parang I couldn't hear what you were saying, but you were giving instruction to each one.
Honestly, it's more difficult. It's more difficult pala talaga pag nasa labas. You wanna really help the team in a different ways din po. But the
Yeah.
only way I could help them was to really cheer for them and really empathize in such a way na feel ko talaga naglalaro din ako at parang nasa loob din ako ng court para yung mga suggestions and recommendations also or the things that I would say would be related naman po sa game. So, and it's not hard to talk to the girls naman kasi I think starting this season pa lang, everyone really have the same mindset, same yung wavelength kung ano po yung goal namin at this conference. So, lalong-lalo na po kay Coach Sherwin, talagang siya din talaga yung nag-guide sa amin. During practices, mag-uusap-usap din po. So, it was just really for me releasing my emotions as well during the game kasi hindi ko po siya malabas sa na naglalaro ako, which is very new to me then. So I was just really happy and very proud of them, all of them.
For sure.
Kyla, tinitingnan ko yung lineup ng Creamline ever since 2017. Nandun ka na. From the start of Creamline. Kasabi ni na Gia, kasabi ni na Gemma. Si Michelle Gumaba was also there in 2019 pero she dropped out for a while tapos she came back. Pero you have been a constant for Creamline. Nandun ka din for all the 6 championships ng Creamline. Ano masasabi mo tungkol sa evolution ng Creamline? Because from the start ng 2017, nung pumasok ko sa PVL, pumasok later on sina Risa Sato, sina Seth Domingo, at saka the other key pieces ng Creamline. No? Ano masasabi mo tungkol sa growth and progress ng Creamline since you were there from the very start? Kyla.
Siguro po for me, naging malaking bagay din po yung magkakasama kami ng matagal talaga kasi nandun po yung chemistry and also yung growth talaga nakita namin sa isa't isa mula pa nung unang pagpasok ko ano po yung mga naging improvements, so naging mas okay po talaga sa amin, like lahat po ng sistema nandun pa rin po hanggang ngayon.
Kyla, I was super impressed with you, lalo na dun sa Grand Prix where I think you won the best referee, right?
Grabe, palakpakan!
I remember telling yung kasama ko, kapit to si Kyla Atienza, ang laki ng na-improve, tsaka ang galing-galing. I love the way she dives and everything. So, can you share, how did you grow personally with the team? Kasi sabi nga ni Gia, na it was really like a test of your relationship, bonding sa isa't isa. And I see that very evident sa'yo, sa performance mo. What's it like with this, much more experienced players?
Siguro po, hindi po siya naging madali din for me. I-share ko lang din, before po talaga, hindi po talaga ako masyadong nagsasalita, ganyan.
Before, until now. Confirm. Please confirm.
Malakas ang boss ngayon eh.
Pero lagi po ako nire-remind nila Coach Sherwin na magsalita ko before. So, ayun po, parang, alam po nila kung ano yung strength and weaknesses ko. So, malaking bagay po.
Congrats!
Balik natin kay Gia. Gia, Finals MVP for the PVL All-Filipino Conference, best setter. Matanong ko lang, because you're so unpredictable on the floor. Hindi mo malaman kung kanina mo ipapasa yung bola. Tapos, there was one time also in the last game na biglang-bigla nakascore ka ng point that instead of setting up your teammates, you hit it clear across the net and for a point. So, my question to you, Gia, is what goes into your thought process when you are looking to either set or maybe even score a point, which comes seldom, but when it happens, it's so effective. What is your decision-making process?
Sikreto po yan, sir eh. Cannot reveal po yun.
Hindi, yung unpredictability mo, kasi nakikita ng mga fans and they want to be able to find out. Split second ba yung decision-making mo? Yung spur of the moment? Gia?
Opo, it involves a lot of split split second decision making din kasi situational po kasi talaga yung volleyball. You can't plan everything. You can't plan everything talaga kasi depende sa receive, depende sa kung sino yung blockers na katapat mo. Sobrang daming factors na kailangan isipin para, you know, magawa yung best decision possible. Pero syempre, kahit naman gusto mo rin gawin yung ganong decision, hindi mo rin mag-guarantee na magagawa mo. So yun lang po yung masashare ko about that.
Okay.
The rest?
Without revealing the secret. Okay, Dayan.
What's it like to have, because like now you had to go to Tots, you had to go to Gemma, you had to go to Michelle, whereas I know ikaw and Eliza, you're like parang string na yan, parang matic na, di ba? So now you had so many other options, and I think one of the keys talaga to Creamline winning is that you have so many attackers, you have so many weapons, you can go to so many who can score. So do you like to follow up Kinita's question, when the situation is there and you have to make that decision, do you have any, I don't see you having any signals. Is it these plays you just practice, like either you go to Tots or you go to Michelle, or how do you do it? Are you set?
No. Kasi honestly, being a setter in Creamline is such a privilege kasi kahit kanino po pumunta, ready to score, ready to spike. So, kailangan nila lahat maging ready. Yun lang. Kasi, part of the system kasi talaga na, or even volleyball talaga in general, since it's a team sport, everyone has to be ready to score, everyone has to be ready to deliver defensively and offensively. So, ako parang, ang sarap din na maging setter sa ganitong klaseng team na I can be very creative with what I want to do kasi anyone can score.
Yeah.
Balikan natin si Coach Sherwin. Coach, you coached Adamson, you coached in the UAP, you coached Arellano, men's sa NCAA, tapos you went to Generica. Finally finding a home sa Creamline, no? It's such a blessing, I think, for Creamline to have you as a coach, but I'm sure you also consider it a blessing na napunta ka sa Creamline. Can you tell us about the evolution naman of your career? We talked about the evolution of the team with Kyla. Sa career mo naman, going from coaching women, coaching men, and now going to your third championship with Creamline. Coach Sherwin.
Syempre lagi yung competitive ng team lagi. Ang gusto ko lang naman yung palagi yung pinipers nila yung 100% nila kahit anong team na hawak ko. And syempre, lucky ako kasi nasa Creamline ako, sa release ko. Full support sila sa team. Number one naman talaga yan. Na nag-grow yung team dahil sa support ng management. And syempre sa mga player na naniniwala. So, thankful ako sa kanila. Thankful ako sa kanila na nag-deliver sila sa game, lalo na sa training. So, yun lang naman yung gusto namin as a coach na mag-trust and mag-practice sila ng 101% nila. Any team naman dapat ganun lang yung gusto namin mga coaches.
Galing, I love it. Love the dynamics of the team. So you guys won on Thursday, and you only did you have a day off Friday, or and then you started practicing with the national team na, coach? Did you have, how many days off did your team have?
3 days pa lang po. Ito yung first time namin po maka-training sa national team.
Okay. So 7 players from Creamline are in the national team that's going to compete in the SEAGAMES, and Miss Eliza Valdez, a 5-time SEAGAMES member. Team captain.
Pakita natin yung listahan. Can we show that on your screens? Dayan, you asked a question about the national team. Pakita natin. Our roster for the Southeast Asian Games, 14-player roster. Yan na. And as you said, Dayan, 7 of them coming from Creamline. Dayan, please go on. We're excited to see the lineup.
Yeah, so many things to talk about with this exciting lineup. But of course, we wanted to ask Eliza. You seem very surprised to have been named the team captain. And can you update all your millions of fans kung Laro ka na ba? Makakapag-practice ka na? And how you're doing with your recovery? Sorry to ask again, pero alam mo na, mga millions are waiting for you to get back on the court. How are you?
Thank you po. Really doing well. My recovery on track naman po. We're just waiting for the final test so that I'll be able to really join 100% na practice na. But now, I can slowly do jumps na po and a lot of things other than mga basic exercises for the knee. But, I've said this earlier din po, one of my motivation talaga to be 100% din is being named na captain din po of the team. Isa din po talaga yun sa mga inspiration ko. And playing with these girls, again, I really can't wait to play again with these girls on court. So yun talaga yung pinanghuhugutan ko po. So definitely, di naman po papayag din po na masasayang din yung isa sa mga spots sa lineup. So, by SEAGAMES, by the tournament, we'll be able to play already.
So you're practicing na? You can practice na? Join the drills? You're able to join the drills?
Some basic drills po. But, yeah, they're just also waiting for us already. But, yeah, I'll be joining practice ASAP na rin po. 100%.
Great.
Lai, tell us about the coming overseas training ninyo. April 13 to 28, pupunta kayo sa Japan and you will be training with the Himeji Victoria Division 1 Club of Japan. Tell us about this team that you're going to be training with and how excited is everyone to be training in Japan for 2 weeks yata kayo, no? 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Lai.
I think Coach would know better po the team than
Okay. Well, Coach.
Syempre,
Ito Japanese team.
very important yung magiging training namin sa Japan kasi mabibuild yung as a team, yung chemistry ng team, napakalaking factor dun sa paglalaro sa SEA Games. And syempre, makakakuha tayo ng some techniques from Japan team na pwede naman sa Pilipinas. So yun yung number 1 naman kaya makapag-training sa Japan.
So Coach,
Si Tots naman. Go ahead, Dayan.
go ahead.
Please.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask Tots sana, no? Because Tots, this is your first Southeast Asian Games. Si Lai has played in the last 3, and in those last 3 Southeast Asian Games, sayang na sayang, we were in the fringes of a podium finish. 4th place tayo in 2017, 2019, and 2021. Pero ngayon, what are the hopes? What are your expectations? Tots, your first Southeast Asian Games experience, ano kaya mangyayari sa Cambodia? Tots?
Well, personally, I'm not setting any expectation po. It's just more on, I'm really excited for the experience na lalo na marami kami na Creamline na maglalaro. So, kasama ko po yung kumbaga core ng team. So, we're just really excited and yun, we're still working our bonding with other players also since we came from different teams. And actually, kailangan na po namin mag-training ngayon. Like right now. Kasi 1:30 po yung training namin. So, yun lang for me personally talaga. I'm just really excited for the experience kasi for sure, new learning for me, for the whole team, for the national team. So, excited lang po talaga kami na maglaro talaga.
Magsisimula na pala practice sila, Dayan. Last questions for both of us.
Yeah, Coach, I just wanted to get your quick thoughts, Coach Sherwin, on working with Coach Jorge, Brazilian head coach. You're going to be going to Japan. So, how have your talks been with him? Yung plano nyo para sa team, how is it going to work?
We support naman Coach Jorge 100%. So, anything na ipatatrabaho nila sa amin, talagang aaralin namin at pagbubutihan namin. We support 100% to Coach Jorge.
Okay. My last question is for Gia. Gia, 2019, naglaro ka na sa Southeast Asian Games, and you were with Mylene Paat, you were with Lai, and then you were also with Kath Arado, if I'm not mistaken, so 2019. You didn't play in 2021. I think that was the year you got married. But Gia, you also played in the Asian Games in 2018. So all that international experience will come to play. At Gia, you will also be playing for the first time at the Southeast Asian Games with newcomers, first timers in the Southeast Asian Games like Tots at saka si Michelle Gumabaw. How thrilling is this for you, no, to be playing with not only your current teammates at Creamline, but also newcomers at Southeast Asian Games, plus also players from other teams. Gia.
And it's very exciting kasi even the teams from other countries, they have new compositions also in their national teams. So it's hard to predict what will happen, but we're hoping for the best. We're doing our best to prepare also. And even though we have a lot of first-timers, we know marami silang mako-contribute in our bid for a podium finish, hopefully. Pero we're just going to take it also a game at a time, a point at a time, and just give our best no matter what.
All
Well,
right.
thanks
Well,
very much. Thank you.
and
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much. Thank you for sharing your time with us. And best of luck sa training nyo sa Japan. Best of luck sa Southeast Asian Games. Super congratulations for your victory sa PVL All-Filipino Conference. Creamline Cool Smashers. Good vibes all the time.
medal na yan.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Well, Dayan, that was another smashing interview, an episode with the Creamline Cool Smashers. You know, every time we talk to them, you just can't feel but so excited, so thrilling because their enthusiasm is really over the top.
You can tell talaga that they're so connected and so just so gelled, right? And they were saying na it's really what pulled them through the last conference when they were down, and they have to really dig deep, not just one but each one, and knowing that each one is gonna fight for their life, right? It kind of helps uplift the whole team. So they're such champion thinkers talaga, and I think it really pulled through. So I think it's great that they composed the bulk of the national team, and I do believe that they're going to exert a lot of effort to be able to make everybody feel like they are all part of each other, even if they're coming from other teams. And well, I know that especially for Eliza, who's played in the SEA Games like so many times, she loves representing the country. I really hope, for the sake of the team and volleyball fans all over the Philippines, that we can win a medal in this coming SEA Games sa Cambodia. It's gonna be tough, but I think we might be able to just do it.
Well, we're praying and hoping, win or lose, whatever happens, the Philippines will always be behind our champion athletes. And 7 out of the 14 players in the women's volleyball team coming from Creamline. So big expectations, big hopes, big promises. But again, no matter what happens, we are always there behind our Filipino athletes. And with that, we want to thank you for joining us on Playitright TV. Ito po si Kinito Hansen.
Thanks for joining. This is Diane Castillo. Until the next time, mabuhay and God bless. Please also visit playitright.com. They have super nice sports products, fitness products for everybody. I'm sure you can find something for you and for your whole family. Magagandang products yan. World-class quality. Playitright.com.
And don't forget, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell button for notifications. Remember, play it right all the time. Kinito Hansen po, paalam.